Alright, let's go ahead and load up our machine type, mill, Haas 3x mill, check mark. Double check that the properties have the generic Haas 3-axis mill. We are going to File, Open, go ahead and save. I'm going to call this one 1, 2, 3 for now. We want to find all of our inventor files. I'm looking at desktop. I've got one called 1TKBox. Open that up, hit F9 on the keyboard to get my crosshairs for my UCS, and I'm going to look at this in isometric view. There's the box. So the first thing we actually want to do is be able to move this box around so we can cut our lid. By cutting the lid first, we have a better way to actually hold the box in the vise in our mill. So we're going to use a tool called xform, dynamic xform. It says select entities to move. Click anywhere on your box, green check mark, and then you're going to get this handy little UCS grip here. First thing we're going to do is click on the origin, and in the Y direction we can now slide because I clicked the green arrow. And I'm going to type in -4. Enter. Now the box has been moved. Hit the check mark. Alright, we'll do another xform, dynamic. Select the box, green check mark. I'm going to select the origin again, and then use the red arc there to swing around. I'm going to type in 180 degrees, enter twice, check mark. Last thing I need to do is drop down in the Z-axis, xform, dynamic move, box, green check mark, blue arrow, -4. Enter twice. There it is. Now our box lid is up top. Next move is going to be to do a toolpath. Let's see. Mill is default. We need to change the mill back for some reason. Hit the check mark. Now when I have two machine groups here, a lot of times I use the dynamite and blow them both up. Hit the check mark, and then it comes back as just machine group 1, generic Haas 3-axis, sorry. Alright, first thing, toolpath, contour. I'm going to call this 1, 2, 3 as well, check mark. I'm going to switch over to solids and make sure these 3 boxes are checked right there. And it says solid toolpath chain, select a face, edge, or loop. I want to do the outside here, so I'm going to click on that line right there. But I don't want this face, I want the whole rim, so I'm going to hit other face. And now I have the area all the way around. Check mark. Check mark. Alright, so now I've got a toolpath here. I'm going to close this for a second and take a look at some of the properties. So let's hit on Files, Tool Settings, Assign Tool, Warn of Duplicates, Stock Setup, Display, 4, 4, 4, Move the Origin, all solids, check mark. I got a box around it now. Okay, so tool settings, let's see what we got here. Hold on. Toolpaths, contour again, 1, 2, 3, check mark, solid, 3D, these 3 boxes, right there, other face, so now I have the dotted line all the way around, check mark, check mark. Toolpath type, contour, tool. We have a 1/2 inch flat end mill, tool number 1. If the tool number is correct, we need to change the actual type of tool. Select tool library, make this a little bit bigger, filter, right there's an end mill, flat, end mill sphere, end mill bowl. Get rid of those 2, keep it on flat, check. That's all we have to choose from is flat end mills now. We have a 3/8 flat end mill. Hit the check mark. That is 3/8 flat end mill, 0.375, 1, 1, 1, 0. Everything's good there. Holder. Let's see here. Everything looks good on holder. Cut parameters. This might have to change to right. We have to check each time, but we'll leave it at left right now. Depth cuts. Hit the depth cut button. Max rough step 0.75. Finish cut 1. Finish step 0.05. Lead in, nothing changes. Breakthrough, nothing changes. Multipass, nothing changes. Tabs, nothing changes. Linking parameters, this is an important one. Check the box here, change that to a 1. Absolute. Check, absolute, 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 absolute. Hit the depth button. Now you can choose how deep you want to cut. Whoops, I missed. Hold on. Depth. Right to that. Gotta find it right to that line. Notice that a -1 comes in for you. That's how deep that cut will be when it's done. So it's a way to choose the depth instead of having to memorize it. So again, check absolute 1, check absolute, 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 depth. Touch that line, and it should come in as -1. That's good. That's good. Everything should be good. Check mark. Now, it just cut on the inside, that blue line, so we know we're in the wrong place. Let's go back to parameters, toolpath type, tool, cut parameters. Change this to right. Check mark. Alright, then come over here, select all, regenerate, and then let's do a back plot. Play. You can watch that blue line go right around the outside, come around this way, come back, and do a second cut. Alright, so that looks good to me. Alright, next thing to do is look at our tool. Oops, down here for some reason. So 0.375 is our diameter. Overall length is 3. Cutting length is going to be 2.5. Shoulder length 2.25, and shank diameter is 0.375. So that should be good to go. Next, the tool numbers are all 1, so that's good. It's a 3/8 flat. Finish that. All right, next step, we have to do the inside of the lid. Come up here to toolpaths, pocket. Same thing, these 3 are checked. I'm going to hit this edge, other face, and now it goes around the inside of the lid. I'm going to the check mark, pocket, tool, still tool 1, holder stays the same, cut parameter stays the same, except the stock to leave on walls, 0, 0. Gotta make sure you change that. Roughing, we are going to choose high speed. Entry motion is good. Finishing is good. Lead-in, lead-out is good. Depth cuts, depth cut 0.75. Finish cut 1.05. Breakthrough, nothing changes. Linking parameters. Check, absolute, 1. Check, absolute, 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 absolute. Depth, inside of box, -1. Right there. And that seems kind of much like it's too low. I'm not sure what happened there. They both can't be -1. This is going to have to be a -0.75 for me here. Let's try that one more time and just see if I picked the wrong one. Yeah, I did. I must have picked an outside number. 0.75 is correct. Let's just try it one more time. Depth. Right there. That's still the wrong one. Depth. 0.75. If it would have been 0.1, -0.1, we would have cut right through our lid. So that's the correct number. You should have access to your better drawing to make sure you have it right. That was a good check there for us. Alright, everything else is good. Check mark. You can see it spiral in and cut. Let's do a select all. And then let's do this button right here, the verify. Let's see what it looks like. The invalid tool. Let's see what happened there. ace, 3 ace. Regenerate. Let's see what's wrong with this tool for a second here. Okay, so one thing we have to change here on this tool is cutting length. Overall length is 3. Cutting length is only 2. Shoulder length is 2 1/4. That should work. Finish. Update. Let's see what happens with this tool down here. 3 2 2 1/4. Finish. All right, now let's see if we can backplot. Yep, there we go. Perfect. That was the pocket. We didn't have this one selected, so I'm going to select all, verify, outside, inside. Perfect. That's your lid right there. All right, close that. G1. Check it out. 1 2 3 NC. Save. You're going to need to save both the NC file that's generated somewhere and the actual MasterCAM file to go back in there and make changes. So save them both. Double check for a T1 and an H1. Looks good to me. All right, good luck.